Right. So it's been a few days, hasn't it? I've been busy-ish. I've been busy. Tuesday was my teeth. They're fucked. They're totally fucked. Oh my god. I got there. The car park was in Bedlam, and I basically went into foreman mode. I had to. There was someone trying to do a three-point turn at the bottom, and they just couldn't drive. You know when someone reverses and turns the wheel like that as they're reversing, and I can't get through. She was just, yeah, I'm not going to say anything about women drivers, except that she is the kind of women driver that would lead to the stereotype of women drivers. She happened to be a woman. She also couldn't fucking drive. Those are the facts. But I'd driven off. To revert. She was just reversed out. Sort of expected me to just get out of the way. And I was like, fuck, I've got to reverse up out onto a main fucking road, up a tight hill, round a corner, with pedestrians there. Why can't you move out the fucking way so I can get behind you? That would be a better option. But so I just fucked off. I did that complex manoeuvre. I looked for two or three roads. I tried to park. There was a space, but I was stressed. My top boxes slid off the roof rack, so it's against my window, and my rear camera's not working. And I was like, I'll prang it. The mood I'm in. So I went back. It's still there. So I just blocked the entrance, ran down, booked in. Fortunately, one of the nurses that worked there was wanted to leave herself. So I think because I came out with someone in a uniform, everyone just accepted that I was in charge. So I started telling everyone where to fucking move. And I sorted it out. And I was fucking fuming, right? And I was like, trying to hold it all in. And everyone was saying, oh, thank you so much, as if I'd been kind and helpful. And I was thinking, I fucking wasn't. But yet again, there's society telling me what I'm fucking not, basically. But yeah, prime example of it. So then I saw the dentist, Jimmy the dentist. It was supposed to be the nice one. I had to fill a fucking form in. It was like they'd said, do you want to do the form filling over the phone, take some details over the phone, or fill it in when you're there? And I said, can we just do it now when I'm a support worker there? Because this is the kind of shit that fucking does my nut in. And then I had to fill all the fucking same details out on the form that I'd given over the phone. And then there was just 1,000 questions. I ended up I was really trying to hold it together in the waiting room, but I couldn't. Because, you know, I literally went, fuck's sake, at one of the questions. That's how angry I get with forms. I can't help it. It's, you know, it's something I've been working on. It's a real thing. It just is. And I also know that someone, if I spoke about it, see, you did it. I'm like, no, that's just an example of what happens each and every fucking time I try and interact with society at large. That's all that is. That's not me facing it and succeeding, even though it was bad. It's like, no, yeah, it's still happening. That's what it is, because it's, you know, because it just fucking does. It just fucking does. But the most infuriating thing was I'd put on there, I think one of the questions was about mental health issues, and I ticked yes. And then he wanted details. And so I told him my 3 diagnoses, one of which is emotionally unstable personality disorder. And then there was some of his questions where what I started to say was, look, this was what I was trying to avoid. This, like, my support worker was going to come here to manage all this. I thought you'd been told about all this. And he could see that I was getting upset. And he'd just been told I got a diagnosis of emotionally unstable. And he fucking pushed me and justified himself and got all snotty. I'm like, what the fuck? Literally. Oh my God. That is a terrible way to treat a patient. Any patient, mental health issues or not, if their voice starts to tremble or they start to raise their voice or whatever, you fucking placate them. You back the fuck up. You apologise even though you don't mean sorry. That's what you have to fucking do, because it's managing someone's emotions. It's part of healthcare. Fuck's sake. And then I did. Yeah, he was saying all sorts of fucking, it was just cavity. And then he started talking about, you know, root something and just words I'd never heard of. and it was on every fucking tooth. And yeah, that one, and that one, yeah, and that one. And I teared up because it's one of those things where I know it's my fault and da-di-da-di-da. And you get, society's answer is to smile at you and go, well, you should brush your teeth when you were younger. That's what they say. That's the cure. That's the cure. I always think, I haven't got a fucking time machine, you cock. Why is that always said? Why do people always say that so fucking victoriously? Fucking wankers. You should have listened. Fucking hypothetical bollocking from long ago. What's that done? What's that achieved? Other than make you look like a smug prick in my eyes. It's horrible. I know it's my fault. I knew it was my fault. And he basically, he didn't have to be the way he was with all of his fucking advice on this and that. They hadn't even looked in my mouth, was my point. And, there's a fucking mental health support worker had made the call for a guy with issues. And he just treated me like any other... Well, he treated me like a little boy. Again, because you were acting like that. You sound childish when you say that, by the way. You sound really childish when you say that. When I say someone treats me like a kid, you literally put that voice on. You need to look at yourself, Mr. and Mrs. Society. You really do. Because that's an automatic response. Anyway... yeah, I got through it. No, I didn't. Yeah, I then had to go to the hospital for an X-ray. Oh, hang on, no, I'll stick with him. Because that was it. He said, basically, he said that that the back ones were pretty much gone. But like all of these, the other guy had been talking about crowns and caps and bridges and all sorts of things he could do. He was like, nope, they just need to be taken out. I was like, but they're in there. They haven't gone anywhere. The roots are still there. Do you know what I mean? Why the fuck not? I'm thinking. And I think he just said you need implants to do it properly, and they're about £2,000 each, or £2 to £3. And I said, you're talking about 20,000 quid. Is anyone not allowed to be shocked by that fucking news? And he went, well, it is your choice. I went, no, it fucking isn't. How is that my choice? Oh, you have 20 grand. Sorry, I'm not fucking that rich, mate. And I was already just stressed, emotional, fucking upset with myself, hating myself, fucking blah, blah, fucking blah. It's bringing up all this shit. And then I got someone waving 20 grand under my fucking nose as a fucking invoice with I didn't like him. Jimmy the dentist, I didn't like him. Sorry. Bad experience. For someone who's been warned he's got a patient with mental health issues, then he did a very fucking poor job. But then I met someone who said you can get implants done abroad, and I'm going to see if you can still do that after all the emotionally unstable EU. Love it. All the Brexit shit. I don't know fuck all about anything, but hopefully I can get them done in another country. Because it's way cheaper. I saw this guy, he had a perfect smile. They did look like, false teeth-ish. They were too perfect. But I thought, well, so many people have their whitening and perfection done and use filters. All their teeth look fucking too perfect to me anyway. Probably because mine look a fucking state. But yeah, that's now my plan. It's like sort of £3,000. Yeah, okay. To get it as good as his looked is fucking worth doing. And you get a couple of days in a hotel in Turkey. So that's my next plan with that. I'm going to get the x-rays done today. Yeah, that was it. So then I need further x-rays. They're going to give me a disc. So that fucking thing's coming back here and getting copied onto my laptop before I give it to anyone else. It's fucking mine. You're probably not allowed to do or say that, but I don't care. It's fucking mine. Try and fucking stop me. It's my mouth. If you're going to take pictures of my fucking mouth, I'm keeping copies. But then I can send that to whoever. And yeah, he got shitty as well. He said, well, if you want a second opinion, but in my opinion, they all need to go. It's like, it's just what's left of them. You're not even going to tidy up or fill or cap or crown or anything. He's going to fucking pull them all out, give me shitloads more gaps, and then make me wear a denture with fucking teeth either side of it. I was like, and I've got to put that in and out every day. And that, or spend 20,000 fucking quid, or look like a hobo. So none of those were appealing to me. But yeah, I'm gonna do that today. But I've got like another plan with my leg. But I'm gonna make another episode for that, because if I talk about that, I'll go way, way over. So yeah, the whole tooth thing. I knew it was gonna be a nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare. It's, you know, that was it with the parking. I'll just do that quickly. So I went for the X-ray. I couldn't fucking park, and it said the car parks were full. And I'd look round, and people were still going in. People were coming out, and I parked somewhere. And this woman said, "Darling, are you staff?" And I went, "No." And she went, "You can't park there." I was like, I just reacted, "Oh, for fuck's sake," because I can't. It just comes out, and then I'm totally ashamed. And I think she recognised there was something a little bit up with me, but she did again speak to me like I'm a kid, and she was saying, "Darling, it's okay." And I've got this huge again. It's fucking not okay. Because it wasn't okay. I was fucking angry. Don't tell me it's okay when I'm angry. It's just fucking infuriating. And like, no one ever learns that one. If I ever say that one to anyone, they go, "No, hang on, come on." That's what's wrong. That's why it keeps happening. Because people get stroppily defensive over something that they could just do or say differently. That's all. And they won't do or say it differently because they're only trying to help. That is what you keep coming up against. This refusal. Total refusal to do a tiny little thing just because, well, I didn't know. That's why society gets toxic to people who don't fit with it, because of the uppityness that you get from people. It really is. It really is. And the fucking problem is, she was the nicest person to me that day, probably. And I know it was coming from the heart. So if it is, change. The people who it's coming from the heart from, just listen. It's really simple. There's some simple fucking ways to treat people like me without just making you confused as fuck about me, and me not want to be around anyone anymore, and just me want to fucking press the off button and just think this is fucking ludicrously impossible. I can't fucking stop. That was just one little example of it. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now before I get too fucking obstreperous.